Detective, what is the meaning of all this?
Madame, I ask that you all lend me your ears for only a few moments. What I have to say is of great significance to everyone. You are all invited here to celebrate the engagement of Mademoiselle Angeline van den Bosch and Monsieur Gédéon Demire, the coming together of two prevalent families. But the celebrations were short-lived, as Major Felix Egan was found dead in his study by a young servant of the house. It then became my responsibility and obligation as a detective to uncover the truth behind his demise. My initial examination of his study exposed a number of things I did not expect to find. Things I have no desire to divulge at this time, but what I can say is this. It was no simple murder. A letter demanding ransom for a continued silence confirmed this. I am sure some, if not all of you, have heard whispers of a series of blackmails that have plagued the social elite in recent weeks. After hearing of the letters in the major study, you may ask if it was him behind the letters. You may further ask if he was preparing his next threat to another unsuspecting victim. It is a question that crossed even my mind. That was until I sought the truth. That in fact it was the Major that had fallen victim to our blackmailer Mystérieux. Last night I spoke with you all, confirmed your whereabouts in the house over the course of the evening, and while I would have expected such questioning to reveal a potential suspect, what I learned was that it could not have been one of you.
What do you mean, not one of us? The man was stabbed. He hardly did that to himself. There is still a killer in the house.
Pardon, monsieur, if you would allow me to finish. It could not have been only one of you. Rather a partnership, in cahoots, if you will. Conversations today have revealed facts that I was not expecting to discover. And although they may have muddied and complicated my investigation, what I must do to bring the guilty parties to justice has become clearer. Those of you that spun stories in an attempt to confuse and derail my investigation have made a grave mistake in underestimating my intelligence. Other detectives may fall for such deception, but I can assure you, Detective Poirot is no such fool. My investigation is far from over, and swift justice shall be dealt to those that have committed such appalling acts and have continued to mislead and lie to protect themselves. Now, I must continue mon enquête, and I shall leave you to consider that you may be beside a cold-hearted killer. Bonsoir. Monsieur Sterling, un moment.
Quite the speech, detective.
Merci, but it was not made to entertain, more to warn the guilty parties that...
Well, if there is anything I can do. Nothing. But I was so preoccupied with the Major. Sorry, Detective.
Perhaps it was just my mind playing games again.
Maybe one of the guests got lost. Master Hagen had a key, obviously, and Lady Van den Bosch. When requested, aye. If something is required from there when Master Hagen is not around.
Forgive me. If he is not around, how is it you access the...
It's not what you think, Detective.
What I think is that you have been trusted with a copy of the key, and you have lied to me about it.
I only lied because of the trouble I can get into with Lady Van den Bosch.
At this moment, monsieur, you should be more worried about the trouble...
I know how it will sound, but I lost my key. I must have set it down somewhere, and it has been tidied away. Master... Is that really necessary?
The murderer remains at large, and there is still no...
Of course. I still just cannot imagine... I should have said the smoke.
Monsieur, I am not quite sure you...
I am well aware, Detective.
Would you allow a man with a smoking gun to remove his bullet?
I suppose not.
I would like to begin my searches now, since it is
I may not be back when you return. Here is the key.
Merci.
Entrez. Detective, what a pleasure.
In a purely professional capacity, I can...
There is no need to act so...
Madame, after the revelation of your actions last night, I'm
I... That would be Inga. She has been one of the most promising...
Madame Vandenbosch took in a young lady from your shelter.
There is no need to sound so surprised, Detective.
I did not mean to sound so cruel. I just did not expect Madame to hire someone of that background after...
People change, Detective.
But
Be careful, Detective. That almost...
it is your actions in this house that have been questionable, Madame. Your work outside is something that...
We do what... We wouldn't be doing a very good job if I could only help one girl. I in fact found work for one of them as a...
She has fitted into Monsieur's home well.
What is better, Detective? That she remained in an abusive house? Or she is able to rebuild her life with an...
When put like that.
The happiest she has been in years. I check in with them all as often as possible. And...
Me... Ah. Huh.
Go ahead, Detective. A compliment and now an apology.
There was something I was still unsure of.
From my days as a nurse, oui.
If that is so, why would you have brought several pieces of equipment
One must always be prepared.
prepared at an engagement?
If I had not brought them, I would not have been able to assist you last night. Perhaps you should be...
Merci.
Detective, what can I do for you?
Mademoiselle, I am sure...
If it's going to clear my name, Like I said, he's not the man he wants everyone to...
Oui, but...
You don't really want me to recount every conversation. An argument would imply it was a two-way conversation.
And that is not...
Here it is. I've been helping Angeline get exposure, her marriage to Gideon is big news, and his work is really paving the way for others. I saw the chance to get their names up.
What was there not to...
Your guess is as good as mine, Detective. But if I had to, I'd say he was jealous.
And his reason to storm up?
Oh, you know about that. Let's just say I didn't accept his pathetic attempt to get me to stop the story. If you're gonna try and pay someone off, at least make... You've...
I would not say fascination. And...
Well, I'll save you the bother of trying to find out more about him. He's not that interesting.
that is not the impression I got.
That's because you've only seen the side of him he wants you to. Let me guess. The first thing he told you was that he was a union leader.
A man that is proud of his work is not some...
Don't get me wrong, he has a way with words, and he can certainly rally a crowd. But that's about it. At the end of the day...
Merci, mademoiselle.
Sure thing, detective.
If I do change it... Oh. Aha.
Go right ahead, detective. All Felix cared about was money and filling his pockets with it.
The Major was not in need of money, though.
Need and want are two very different things. Did he need to move here and leech off the Madame? As far as I know, De Silva hired him to work security. He was worried what could happen to his precious fact.
And your reporters were there to cover this.
My reporters go where there is news to...
And you predicted the Merci, mademoiselle. Aha. Oh. Ah. Mademoiselle, we meet again.
Bonjour, Monsieur Poirot. Pardon, détective Poirot.
Just a detective is quite all right.
Bon, can I help you with something? I was taking him a plate of food, but he didn't answer to my knocking.
You then entered the study.
I did. He wasn't moving. He just lay there.
I did not.
I suppose we were like a family. We argue, but most of
You must all be quite close.
some more than others.
You refer to who?
Well, Maman sorry, Rihanna, she's been here the longest, and she's very close with Lizzie on account. Maman is Luke's sister. You didn't know that? I thought she would have said. She talks about him all the time. It must have. Apparently, he was right at the front when they were charged. They didn't stand a chance. If I had been the one.
Mademoiselle Rihanna, Maman Ray.
Every time she talks about what happened. I guess you wouldn't know anything about life on the street.
It is not an experience I have had to face personally, but I understand that many.
The lifestyle of a thief, you mean?
Put rather bluntly.
You are the first officer that has not taken one look at me and pulled out their hand.
Mademoiselle, I can see you have turned your life around, and I commend you on your efforts.
Without the Countess, I would probably be rotting in a cell somewhere.
Merci. Monsieur Demir, I hope you are feeling better today.
Nothing a good night's sleep couldn't fix.
Très bien. I wonder if you would be up.
Whatever you need. I lost my taste for death a long time ago, but it had to be done. I'm certainly in no rush.
Most understandable. I shall extend.
You've spoken to him already.
Perhaps that should be a question you ask him yourself.
Yeah, maybe. I bet he had a lot to say. He
When I say your past, I refer to.
Oh. Okay, well.
It seems you both had the same sentiment for this party. Perhaps the bridges that you thought were once burnt.
We'll see how probable that reconstruction is going to be. Until he sees my point of view.
What is there for him to understand before the bomb?
He lost his friends in the war. The same as everyone. but somehow he has forgiven. And those two, close.
They must share something in common to be able to hold.
If there is one thing I know about my brother, it's that he will not. No. He cannot be rude.
Was it not your brother that punched Monsieur Hagen?
Ah, that's the...
Merci for you. Aha. Huh.
Always got time for... The dagger. I wondered how long...
I shall give you the opportunity to explain the reason for it being here.
It was going to be a wedding gift for Gideon. I've maybe not been the best brother in recent years. After what happened to the Major, I thought...
You did not see it fitting to tell me you were harboring a...
I wouldn't say harboring. And I wasn't expecting to be a suspect in a murder.
Merci. I must take a different approach if I am... Order and method. That... Magnifique. Huh. The pieces of the puzzle are... Some would say a lucky guess. Oh. Monsieur de Silva, I am sure you
Not really, detective. Your speech was rather...
I have not had my abilities questioned to my face by one of those I suspect of.
Well, if you wish to prove me wrong...
And I...
Yes, I helped him invest some money. And for...
Madame van den Bosch had a very similar view. At least he could have taken solace that you were both in...
I think you're confused, detective. It was Edwin.
Forgive my naivete. If you were helping him make viable investments...
I told him about the opportunities. I did not tell him to put his whole family's wealth into it. The prospect of doing good meant more to him.
The business declared bankruptcy.
It did, until it was purchased for a fraction of its worth and made the new owner a small... Everything that I want to say on...
I understand, monsieur. But what I would like to know...
Excuse me, detective, but...
Cross the line like an attempt to bankrupt a business partner and friend so that you'll be able to swoop in and...
You make such ridiculous accusations without...
Your reaction at the mere suggestion is proof enough, monsieur. While I cannot arrest you for betrayal of a friend, I can hope your conscience does not forgive...
He didn't have much to speak of. I was always...
Surprised in what way?
Well, considering it wasn't that long ago, he came to me asking about what...
You offered him a position.
Nothing... If you can call what him and his team did security. For the money I paid, I did not
It was a considerable amount.
There's no need to divulge amounts, but it was certainly more than was expected. He said they were all professionals, but I saw nothing of the sort.
But that was not the case?
I had not even met them before they arrived on site. They brought their own...
And this equipment,
It was not much of a choice, detective. I said they didn't need them, but...
That is all. Aha.
What is... Yes.
But surely it is beneficial to both parties. Your profits must...
There are barely any profits to speak of.
Why have those talks not taken place?
Monsieur Beckers has made no attempt to speak with me and offered no counter-offer.
I have spoken of a potential blackmail ring, and yet...
It is none of your business. And it is nothing more than a...
If that were the case, it would be strange for you to have kept the letter and...
Your persistence is a trait I do not enjoy. No reason, detective. Merely saving you from wasting your time.
I will be the judge of that. I would like to know about any and all evidence that may... I trust there is nothing else you deem.
Of... I have never heard so much rubbish in all my life.
That suggests there are some that you do not respect.
Yes, well, why should I praise someone for doing a poor job?
Monsieur, the letter does not only discuss your questionable business dealings, but also cases of abuse against...
Detective, there is a difference between telling a member of my staff what to do and a...
And it is you that decides where that line is drawn?
In my house? Yes, it is. Please stop calling it that. I treat all my servants exactly.
That does not mean your behavior.
They have one chance. If they are not doing the job they are hired to do, they are...
Is there a specific member of staff that may have...
There is one girl, a new maid. I didn't expect great things from her, but Comtesse de Vos promised me she could do what was required.
That is all for now. I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a This will not get me any closer. I should not be surprised by my... What a revelation!
What is it now? She approached me.
In what way?
When he came to me, I told him that with the factories on strike and my profits pouring down the drain, I had nothing for him. But he said he could help. His rates were steep, but he said he knew what needed to be done, and he was prepared to do it. He made excuse after excuse, demanding more and more money for... I had no idea they were going to charge them like that.
And even following such a tragedy.
He said if he wanted my silence, it would cost. Do you have any idea what it could do to my livelihood?
I have every idea, monsieur. You hired a militia to take action against your own workers.
I didn't know that was what he was going to do.
I have to believe nothing but the truth. And the truth, monsieur... That is all. The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. Things are beginning.
Is there something you need? She helped me at the shelter and...
That I am already aware of. What I am not...
Pardon, detective?
I know that your position as a servant in this house is not your only job.
She said I had to do what she asked, or I would be back on the street. I didn't want to do it. If anyone found out, I would...
Merci, mademoiselle. Magnifique. Another success.
Is there something you need, detective? Nothing. She said...
If it was not something she wished you to take,
She wanted me to find out information about the family and Monsieur Hay.
why did she...
At first I didn't know, but when I heard about Mademoiselle Angeline being blackmailed, and then the Major... I knew Monsieur Archie had a key, and it would be easy to get it from...
You knew that the Major asked Monsieur Sterling to access the safe from time to time, and
I never took anything. I only told the Countess what I...
that was?
about Monsieur Hagen and the Madame's relationship, and Angeline.
I'm sure the Countess was pleased to hear such valuable...
She said I had done a good job, but I needed proof. That's why I went back and got the letters last night. I fetched the letters again and took them to the Countess last night. But she shouted at me and said
You were only doing as she requested.
she said it was too dangerous for her to have them with you around. That's when I returned them to the study. I thought I heard someone on the stairs, so I just threw them back. It was dark as I dared not turn the light.
Merci, mademoiselle. I should not be surprised by my own. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment.
Is there something you need, detective? That's all, I swear.
Is the Countess aware of this room?
I told her it was somewhere in the house, but I didn't know where. She wasn't happy with me that I hadn't found it yet.
Merci, mademoiselle.
I suppose that I will lose.
That is not my decision to make. But when the whole truth is revealed, it will not be the pawns that... What a revelation! Mademoiselle,
Have you had a breakthrough, detective?
I have. Finally.
Please, Oh my! I feel faint at the thought of knowing who could have done this to us.
It is said to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. It is Countess de Vos that is behind the letters.
I don't believe it! What about the Major's letter?
Not only his, but a letter to Monsieur da Silva.
She was blackmailing him as well? Detective,
Take a moment, mademoiselle. It is...
She has never been particularly forthcoming with it. Only that she was homeless for some...
And it is there that the Countess abused her power and manipulated her to uncover...
All this time she has been working for Margot, doing...
I am afraid so, mademoiselle.
Is Mam...
You are the first I have told, mademoiselle. Next will be...
I'm afraid that we'll have to wait. And we will. I want to see her punished to the fullest extent of the law. But we cannot telephone anyone, as the lines are still down.
Monsieur Archibald informed me earlier. I had hoped they would be working again. Last night's snow...
Last night? They have been done all weekend, detective. Detective? Are you okay? Detective Poirot? Would you like me to fetch you a glass of water, detective?
My apologies, mademoiselle. I was taken by surprise for a moment, but I have regained my composure. A glass of water is not required. Would you excuse me? Merci, mademoiselle.